Last year, I started a garden for the first time. I didn't really know what I was doing and it was my first time gardening, so I ended up starting really late in the season. I didn't know what I wanted to grow, so I just went to Home Depot and got some really basic things like tomatoes and zucchini, and that was a great place to start. But this year, I want to have an epic garden where I grow things that you can't find in a grocery store. There are so many unique varieties of crops that I didn't even know existed, and it was so much fun picking out the ones that I wanted to try and grow this year. So without further ado, here's my plan for my backyard paradise. First up, we have rotation station. This raised bed was made from recycled fence posts that I sprayed with polyurethane. Last year, this area housed 99% of what I grew, but this year I am planning on using the trellis to grow some beans. I have 4 different kinds of beans that I'm planning on planting. I currently have some garlic growing in there, as well as some rosemary, some lavender, and a few flowers. I also am planning on having some eggplants, some cucumbers, and some peppers in that bed. If you look closely, you'll see that there are some weird buckets or like containers in the middle of the dirt. These are filled with beer and are beer traps to hopefully trap some of the slugs that have been eating away at my crop. Next, we have strawberry square, and as the name suggests, I'm growing some strawberries in this guy. I have some white strawberries that I have already put in, and then I'm also planning on growing some alpine strawberries. I do have a head of garlic in there as well, and some poppies that have kind of been eaten by the slugs. This raised bed was made from an IKEA bed frame that someone was throwing out, and I did the same thing where I just sprayed it with polyurethane and made it into a raised bed. Next is flower lane. I really wanted my backyard to be a space that I enjoy spending time in, and I absolutely love flowers, so I had to have an entire area dedicated to flowers this year. I planted some tulip and daffodil bulbs around a month ago. They've already bloomed mostly. I don't think I'm going to be planting these again next year. So you only get 1 flower per bulb and they don't really last that long. For the spring and summer, I'm planning on having some falling in love poppies, some peony poppies, dahlias, snapdragons, yarrow, cosmos, and probably some other things that I will end up adding because I can't help myself every time I go to a nursery. Next up is Boxy Boulevard. I currently have a lot of ranunculus in there, some chive, some of the leftover bulbs that I couldn't fit into flower lane. To be honest, this is just a hodgepodge of things that I wanted to grow but didn't have space for anywhere. Currently, I'm planning on having some more flowers in here, maybe some eggplant, but I'm also gonna keep this place open a little more and without a plan because I know myself and I know that I will inevitably end up getting seeds or wanting to grow something that won't fit anywhere else. Next up, we have Secret Alley, also known as Catfight Corner. The neighborhood cats really like to go in that back corner and, you know, throw hands. I don't know why. I wanted some taller flowers here, some taller foliage to cover that ugly back area. So I'll probably have some sunflowers here. I'm thinking about planting a little bit of morning glory so that it can kind of trail up this shed. Now we have Orchard Grove, where I have my trees. I have a white peach tree, an avocado tree, a caracara orange tree, and a pink blueberry tree. Shout out to my friend Amy who told me about her pink blueberry tree, and I actually ended up noticing one the next time I went to a nursery, so I snagged it up. Thank you, Amy, for letting me know that they exist. Next, we have Terrace, which is where my purple potatoes and purple sweet potatoes will be. And lastly, but definitely not leastly, Ponic Plaza. This year, I'm planning on growing them completely hydroponically. I will also have some cucumbers, some peppers. Yeah, I'm super excited to get that set up. I will be making a whole other video about how I created the hydroponic setup. That is what the garden looks like now. I will regularly be posting updates of the garden on my channel. Wish me luck, and thanks for watching!